You're looking for a music player to play your MP3s. Well, hopefully the one we covered today will be very fruitful for you. Welcome to Digital Paul Workshop. It is I, the record that loves to skip, Techno Meow Tinkerer. Let's log on in. So we're going to take a quick look here at Strawberry Music Player, which you can actually come up here and just go down to your download section and see everything it is for. You got Windows, Mac OS. Now, I don't know what's the difference between an MSVC and a Mini GW, but I'm guessing based on these two, I'll probably for my Windows 10, I'll probably have to use that one if I was to load it. Of course, you got your Ubuntu, your Debian, and your Fedora Linux systems. Now, I'm going to say switch over. Let me get down here and switch over to my desktop, and I'll show you. I'm going to switch to my main desktop. Don't mind my thing running background, but you come over here to the start menu. You come up here to your software manager. You open this up, and we'll just go ahead and enlarge it. And you just type in Strawberry. There's your Strawberry Music Player. You already see I got it loaded in. I'm just going to go ahead and hit launch. And okay, I'm just going to go and bring this on over to back to the other screen, because it's easier for me to work this way. There we go. I'll just bring it over. I'll just go and close that out. Maximize this. Now, I've already opened this up once here in my system, but a lot of times when you first open up, especially if you reboot the system, it's going to be telling you it's going to be updating your stuff. And we'll click here. As you can see, my songs, I got over 6,000 songs, a bunch of artists and stuff, and right here I got it's already listed by artist, but you can come up here to the well, before we get into that, I'll show you how you actually load everything in. Come into settings, bring this over here so you can see what we're doing. I don't know, or I really haven't decided or changed anything in this particular one. The collection here is where you add the folder of your music, so you just click here, add new folder, and I just you navigate to it, or I just pasted the link to my mounted drive. Back in, I haven't really done nothing here. I don't know enough about music players to know what all this stuff does. Of course, you got your playlist stuff here. I don't know what a Scrabble, whatever you pronounce it is. I think maybe has something to do with the metadata from what I'm reading right here. I need to sit there and probably Google or do a search, ask AI what this is. This here tells you what all the sites is going to pull your cover art from. Same thing with your lyrics. If they got lyrics, they're going to pull it from this site. Transcoding, I don't know if there's anything what this is actually for, so any of you music experts out there might can tell me. Network proxy, I wonder if this is if you got a home lab, is what this is for. Then you have your appearance, and of course, as you can see here, you can do different things. Now, I got it right here on the background. I got it set to album cover. You can have no background image at all, default background image. I don't know what a Taste of Strawbs is. It's probably going to be a strawberry theme one. You can even import your own custom images if you want. So if you want your favorite character, or a picture of your family or yourself or your cat. If you're a dog person, put a picture of your dog. So you can probably do that. But if you're like me, you probably not be running most of your music player minimized or in the background, so you don't really see it unless you're actually in it. Now your context, I think this is probably all the stuff that's going to be shown here. I don't know what this is. Front headline. Some of the stuff I'll probably have to end up looking up. Front data. So I'm trying to figure out why is it saying go to sleep, my baby, don't you wake up. The stars, like, what in the world is it doing here? Notifications. Now, I did turn this notification off, and I'll show you here in a second. I'm going to turn it on right here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'll come up here to, my first one. I'll bring this in, or actually, I'll clear all this stuff off. Yeah, this right here is a lot of your commands up here. So I'll double click to bring the song in. I'll click on the song, and it makes a notification. Matter of fact, let's go back to my main screen so you can actually see the notification because it's not showing it on this secondary screen. And so like when I hit play, you see it pops up that notification and that makes a beep noise and it gets annoying. And so like if I do my next song, and so yeah, it gets annoying. And click the next one. Now you're not hearing because I got the audio turned off so I won't record none of this music because I don't have the permissions. But we'll come back up here to tools. I'll come back down here to settings and I'll disable it. So now when I come into the song, you see it doesn't even pop up no more, make that annoying little thing. Before we get into that, let me switch back up because it's easier for me to work on my other monitor than it is this one. Yeah, you can see a lot of the behind the scenes here of me working in uh, Linux Mint trying to do this stuff. But we'll come back to our settings. So let me make sure we finish everything. But yeah, that's the only thing I think I changed. I don't know global shortcuts. I haven't really looked into what that is. Mood bar. Now, I think you can connect to your streaming services here. Looks like it's like Spotify and a few other Subsonic. So I think this can actually. I don't have any of the streaming. I never bothered wasting my money paying for forever renting. No offense to you who like to stream, but I just don't care to forever rent. I like to own. So let me hit OK, get out now. Now I want to cover some of this stuff here, like right here where I clicked on this song. And it says "Cooking at Home Edition." That is not the album cover, and as you see, it's showing the album covers in the background. So I go back to this one, and you see, and it's going to be depending upon the size of the image, is how big the album cover is. And so I got some that are probably actually bigger. So let's actually go to. You come right here to ZZ Tops. Where's my there it is, ZZ Tops at the bottom. I had recently just updated these covers, so we'll do this one. And let's see, I just recently updated, so that's how big they are. Yeah, so you see how big it is. So it's going to be depending on what song, what image you use. And to do your album covers, you come up here to Tools, Cover Manager, and you can kind of come through here. And so as you can see, some of these, I actually had to go through and a lot of cleanup because it didn't have the right album covers. And I still haven't gone through everything yet. And some of these, like I removed the covers because I couldn't find it. And so let's actually come down here to the bottom of this because I've been working. For me, it seems like it's easier to work from the bottom up. So let's look through and see if I can find any of them that need to be updated or worked on. Trying to Winrose. My biggest thing is okay. Well, I already did Weird Al. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was probably I think around here last night when I was working. Let's see if we can find anything. It looks like it might be. It's okay. These don't kind of look right, like they're all the same cover. So I'll right click on this one and make sure my internet is turned on. I'm gonna do search album covers and let's see what it gives me. Okay, it does give me that one. So I'm gonna select the largest one. What about this one? Last night Club Mix. No, it don't have it. It's giving me somebody totally different. So I'll come here, come back right click on clear cover. And I can go through and see right here it says load cover from disk or load cover from URL. So I can go through and actually find the actual correct covers. But let's see what this one. Let's see if it has Village Girls. Now I have found out something I don't see. Oh, there we go. We got a couple of different ones. Well, I'm going to go with this one because I like the way I'm a favorite of blue. So we'll go with that one. And well, let's do this one here. I'm going to do this. Okay, yeah, that one I know for sure is to go because I've seen it before. And now I'm going to tell you. Yeah, go ahead and clear that. See, that's the default thing. I don't think there's an actual cover for that one. I have to go back and look. So I was trying to see. Now I'm going to tell you something. Let's come back here. But let me search through the entire list for a specific one. Nah, it's not going through all artists. But I will tell you something. Let me see if I can spot one off the top of my head. Oh, right when I want to find it one, I can't seem to find it. Let's see. Usually, if it's one that has like a single if you got your album title single, I was kind of looking through. Well, part of the same thing here, the anthology ones and EP, but I know for sure if it had single. Let me scroll to the bottom. Maybe I'll find one quicker down here. Yeah, I hadn't finished loading all the covers. Honestly, right here, it's time I was going through and just looking to see how many is without covers. So it's in the middle of loading. Then there's one that says single. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right click on it, search album covers, turn my net back on. Let's redo that. So like I hit search, and it may find it, it may not. I think this is one I couldn't find offhand. But one thing I have found out, if I come in here and if I delete this, sometimes it'll help me find it some of the ones faster. And the reason why it helps me is because it uses it helps me find it this time, because you'll be looking for every album that word single on it, and you'll get all different ones. So this is the one, this particular one. So that found it this time. So that's a little tidbit note to have. If you want to try to find and load in the different album covers. Another thing I have found in is actually I had gone through and kind of cleaned up, see how it's got some of these names like Muzzy, Coven, Muzzy. Whatever your metadata is that you put in, and see, I put a lot of this stuff in when I was using Media Player on Windows. And this here is actually case sensitive on a lot of stuff. So if you got something like whether it could be the name or if it's the song title, so even the genre, if you depending on how, if you got like one of some of your pop songs with just a capital P-O-P and some of them with just a lowercase P-O-P, it will actually separate them into two folders and not join them. So this is case sensitive. You can come here to this little wrench and you can come down to the group, and so you can kind of change how you want it. Right now is artist album. I can come down here to album artist or just by artist. I can come right here, go back, and if I want to do album, as you can see, it breaks down to all the different albums, and it's going to take it a while for it to finish loading all the album covers as it's throwing it up in there. Go back here, I even go by genre, and this is kind of where I first noticed some stuff. As you can see, I got some genre, I got a bunch of genre, I got a lot of EDM, a good bit of J-pop, some pop, or J-pop, different. I got a good bit of rock and stuff, some soundtracks, and actually, I'm trying to see. I think I've kind of cleaned up. Yeah, you see how it's got rap, hip hop, and rap, hip hop here, and that is not correct. That's because that one dash makes a difference. Whereas, and this is the issue I have with Windows Media Player, even though I do like it for playing my music, is that when you get to change something in the media player, it don't actually change it in the metadata, the folder to go into. And I thought I went in and I thought I cleaned this stuff up, and for some reason I might need to go through and see if I can need to update, because I went through last night and kind of clean up a lot of the stuff. So over here you got where you can do your new playlist. So I can have another playlist here. What is this? Load playlist. So I can load a past one. So like if I got my Christmas one I made, I can actually select that one. Close that. Well, I'm not going to close that out yet, but I can see here. Now, if I want to have a specific theme like Christmas time, all my Christmas music playing, even though I got it right here as well. But it's like if you want a specific songs for parties, Halloween and stuff, you can do that. Yeah, go ahead and close you. You can, like I said, save. Here's where you clear your playlist. This is your undo, your redo, so depending on what you want to do. Kind of gives you some of your information. I hadn't gone through here and see if I can, what all I can cover. It tells you the album. Which will show, I haven't found anywhere yet. And this is the one gripe I do have with uh, this program. And I'm looking right here just to see if I can see it. I don't see it. I really don't need to know the file type. I kind of really don't even need to know the bit rate stuff. I don't need to know that. I really, because for the most part, when I'm doing here, a lot of this stuff I don't need. No, what my main issue I haven't found is I hadn't really found a way for it just to display all my album covers other than group by album. And I say I don't like this. I don't know. There's any way I can change the size of this. Now you can go in here and you can edit track information right here, so you can kind of come in, and if you want to, some of this track stuff, you can clean up through here and stuff. But I haven't found a way to show these large, and that so far that's been my only main gripe. Like I said, another annoyance is the fact that it is case sensitive. While I'm thinking about it, I want to see something here. Right click. Edit track information. So I was using all the tracks in here. I was trying to see. Yes, that's supposed to be where the new folder is supposed to be in. That's how I got it set up. It's not showing here, so I'm going to figure out how to update this list. Because here's some of your controls up here. Same thing with your playlist. Now it does have an equalizer, so you can come in here and you can kind of change it to some of the stuff you want. Like you want soft rock, ska, rock, reggae. Techno, your dance, so you can kind of come in and change some of the features. There's that little EQ fun. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I wonder if that's update to the full. So let me clean this out first. I want to see tools. Do full update. Let's see if I sit here and update the collection. I want to go clean that up. It's kind of a thing for radio. I don't know any of your devices right now. The only thing I got is my Blu-ray drive. Radio, I guess you might can set up some radio, especially that plays through the internet. Let's see, is there anything else I need to cover about this that I've discovered? I don't know what console is. What's that? Okay, I have no idea. I wonder if that's that'd be cool if that was a set of controls that you can put on a small screen, so you can then use a touch screen to, let's see. I'll see, other than run, I don't know what else it could be for. I think I covered pretty much everything I've discovered so far. Oh yeah, let's come up here to, where is you? Was it this one? Let me see. Let me play you. Let me see. No lyrics found. So it ain't that one. Let me turn you off so I can hear what I'm doing. I was trying to think. There was some of these I've come across, and some of them will show the lyrics. And here goes another one where we got J-pop and J-pop, two different places, and this isn't really be under the same one. But it goes down to how it's case sensitive. Actually, I want the hip hop one. Where is Salt and Pepper? I like this song from. There you go. It's showing the lyrics, but showing them in Japanese. Some of these they'll show the Japanese. Some of them they'll show the hiragana characters. And then of course your English songs will show the English ones. Let's just find a. Let me see. Tears for Fears should be good. Yeah, that's another thing. You can come up here and actually type in if you want to look in for a specific one. I'm going to actually switch over to artists, group by artists. Tears for Fears, so I can find it. And we'll just get where everybody wants to rule the world. Let's see if it brings up the lyrics for that one. Yep, there we go. And there goes the lyrics for everybody wants to rule the world. So you can, so if you do want it up, you can at least sing along with it if it's in a language that you can read. While I'm waiting for the last 5% to finish updating the collection. Now go back to the group by genre, and I'll go back down to, I'm going to delete all that out. I don't need that in. You see right there, like I said, it's got ambient and ambient. And I don't know why. I don't even understand why it's making two folders, because those are spelled the exact same way. So I haven't really, I might have to go in here and come into settings and then come my collection and delete that folder and then reattach it. In fact, why don't we just go ahead and do that? Since that's done updating, on the remove folder, hit apply. Okay, that cleared everything out. Let's go in, add folder. Okay, that's where my last one was, so I'll just hit select, hit apply. And it's going to take a while as it scans the folder, updating collection. And it's kind of going through kind of fast here, updating my collection, maybe because it's just there. Oh, no. There we go. No, it's still showing ambient twice. I did get rid of the J-pop one, so it did do some of, I don't know why it did some of that. Where was my, let's see, R's. Okay, I don't see the rap hip hop one. It should be up here under hip hop or rap. Yep, there it goes. So yeah, that's the one. So there we go. That's how we kind of clean up that after I gone through and cleaned everything up. So got rid of some duplicates and got some of my stuff a little back to our want. And some of y'all probably going, I'm crazy the way I've labeled my stuff. Like I got rock alternative instead of alternative rock. And that's because I like keeping things kind of grouped together by theme, like all my EDM stuff, so I don't have to be hunting if I want to listen to different EDM or same thing like J-pop. Everybody wants to put their thing under J-pop, and some of it's rock, soft, synth, classical, city pop, and stuff like that. So yeah, here I got J alternative, but this is such a small area, I don't have to have it J rock alternative. And so that was a bit of a review as well as a how-to for Strawberry Music Player. And of course, if you like my content, you can always go to these websites right here to support me in different ways, as well as like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you think might find it interesting. Some of the links are in the description. And if you are looking at wanting to get started with Linux Mint, then I recommend you check out my video, Linux Mint, What I've Learned So Far. And this is not really a tutorial, but it goes through some of the stuff of me talking about things I came across, how I had to go about solving a few problems when I first got it loaded, like how I dealt with my multiple monitor issues and other little things that came when you first have it installed and you kind of go through. Now, like I said, it's not really a show to tutorial, but more of me just reflecting on all the stuff I had to deal with. Until next time, have a nice day.